Welcome to the Horror Junkies podcast, the podcast where we discuss all things horror. I'm your host, Mike.
And I'm Pickle Rick. I didn't know which one to pick this week, and now I just picked it.
You literally just froze there. Which identity do I choose to be today?
It's kind of the good thing about being me.
Yeah.
I can be whoever I want every day.
Exactly. Well, welcome to the show, everyone. With another week. Now leave. Just turn it off. The show's done.
Sorry, I'm a dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a Body Snatcher shirt on. I think it says Body Snatcher, but from here it says Body Smatcher, which is funny. It's week 2 of our Monster Month.
We made it. We made it another episode.
We made it another day. I spent the whole day at Disney World today.
How was that?
It was a lot of fun. I went later in the day, then going like all day because I
Yeah.
got the passes, and I rode Mount Expedition Everest for the first time. Because funny story, I've never been to Animal Kingdom in my entire life.
And I work there.
Yeah, I'm gonna come see your ass. I want you to draw me as a Yeti.
I could just do that right now.
Okay. I wanted to see you in your outfit.
No.
But okay, I won't do that to you. But I didn't know there was a fucking Yeti in this ride, and I got so excited.
You did? Oh, so I guess because you never been.
I've never been, so I didn't know there was a fucking Yeti waiting for you, and I yelled Yeti when I fell.
When I was in 8th grade, we went on a field trip to Animal Kingdom, and I think that's when the ride just opened.
Yeah.
So we were like one of the few people to first ride it, and it was kind of cool. I hate roller coasters.
I love them. I used to hate them, but now I love them. So that's what I did. And then what else did I do today? I watched the Star Wars Galactic Fireworks Show.
How was it?
Fucking phenomenal.
I haven't seen it yet.
Got some pretty cool pics that the wife took.
Did you post them on the...
They're on the Instapoops.
I like instant poops.
As usual, guys, our show is brought to you by the Phantom Podcast Network. So go over there and check out them horrific shows.
Tickle their fancies.
Tickle their feet.
Sounds
Please.
awful.
Just go over and just send them a nice little feather and just give them a little...
Someone tickled me in my foot once and I kicked him in the nose.
That's a perfect response. Don't fucking tickle my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can hear, it's another Pat and Mike episode.
It's another Patrick and Mike. It's just, that's who's the show is now. Angel is dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
And if he comes back, don't think that's the real Angel. Question everything.
It's not him. Sorry. Can we get real nerdy real quick?
About what?
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's time for our good segment.
Time for our segment, Hairy but Sweaty, on the Horror Junkies podcast. Holy shit.
So the trailer just came out for the new film.
Did it?
The Last Jedi.
Did it come out?
Yes.
Good. I watched it.
Yeah, you're the one that told me.
I know.
You're the one that gave me the news.
Well, the thing is that the director was like, you know what? You should go in clean. Do not watch the trailer, which is really cool to finally hear a director to say, like, don't watch my movie's trailer.
I mean, I think there's like some type of uprising with all the directors with their trailers because...
Well, I don't think they get to choose
what's been going on in Hollywood lately with the trailers.
Like, they give away everything. But I don't
Not only that, but they'll give you like weird expectations.
Yeah, that
like,
too.
Going in to go see like Mother.
They fucking played that to be a horror film.
And it wasn't.
It was a religious overwrite film, kind of. That's what I've been hearing. Is like, I haven't seen it yet.
I wouldn't call it religion, like uprise. I mean, it is about religion, but it's mostly about... The best thing I heard about, like, the best way to describe the film is, like, it's about life.
Okay.
And,
that's
like,
good.
the way that humans came up, and you can't have that conversation without talking about the organization of religion or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Wow, it got real serious real quick.
Yeah, it just got real fucking... I just had to write a discussion.
I'm just very passionate about this movie because I really enjoy it.
I want to watch it because I haven't heard bad things about it. I just heard that it wasn't what people thought it was going to be.
Good.
Yeah, which is decent. I enjoy that.
Again, it's a trailer that sold us to be a horror movie and it wasn't. But that, I think, what made the movie-going experience for that movie was a little bit more, like... oh, this is a special film.
I agree. I'm gonna watch it. Don't worry, buddy.
Yeah.
I will watch it, and we can talk about it on the show.
Okay.
But back to Star Wars. Star Wars is.
I forgot we were talking about Star
right?
Wars.
We just fucking went on this talk about existence.
Let's go.
Star Wars, guys, we're nerds. All right. Big.
And we're hairy.
We're hairy.
I sweat a lot.
We sweat a lot. That was an idea for a nerd podcast. We were going to do hairy but sweaty. It could happen. We'll see. But man, that trailer was fucking emotional.
Insane. Yeah, it was almost as emotional as when we got the first the official trailer for The Force Awakens.
Yeah, I
felt it again.
I almost cried.
I kind of did.
Yeah, in a weird way. Okay, so everyone always makes fun of Star Wars fans, but Star Wars is a great saga.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit. I mean, yeah, we can talk about, the bad of the trilogies,
Prequels.
the sequels, the episodes 1 through 3.
Yeah.
We can just forget episode 1 never happened, and I'd be okay. But I still enjoy episode 2 and 3, not as much as I do the original trilogy.
Yeah, obviously.
But so far, I mean, the original trilogy is my all-time favorite. But this new trilogy, plus the anthology films coming out, are becoming my second favorite, easily.
Yeah.
And I'm just, guys, if you haven't watched this trailer, just watch it. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you're going to love this. Is going to be the film of the year.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Well, I wouldn't.
Fucking Porg.
That is hype. That is a lot of hype.
Dude.
Because I wouldn't even put Force Awakens that movie of that year.
Okay. Well,
but
I'm just a huge Star Wars fan. I want
I
it
am
to
a
be the
fan
movie
of
of the year.
and the director.
And the directors.
He did Looper.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was a good movie.
A fucking great movie.
A great movie.
I think it's a little underrated.
Also,
but
we got to see the Porg,
Mhm.
and that was probably the greatest thing. Dude, the Twitter things, like, people are like, if one Porg dies in this fucking movie, I will burn the entire Star Wars universe to the ground.
yeah, it's the new BB-8.
Yeah.
It's what BB-8 did for Force Awakens. Like, oh, that's the cute little.
They have a new BB-8 droid. It's called BB
Oh yeah, that's like
D7.
black or something like
yeah,
that.
it's a black one.
Yeah,
I think it's the Imperial one.
yeah. You saw the official poster.
Yeah.
It's a good poster.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
I actually got a free poster when I purchased the tickets because my friend, let me tell you that I waited on an online line. So I was on the interwebs waiting in a line to purchase tickets for 2 hours.
You are a nerd.
I am a nerd, but I got fucking 5 seats for
Yeah.
opening premiere
I'm
night.
literally gonna do what I did for Force Awakens.
Just wait.
Oh wait, the internet doesn't know about the story.
Wait, tell real quick.
Holy
real quick,
shit.
Patrick, tell the story.
Okay, we're gonna get real fucking nerdy real quick. So Thursday night.
Paint me a picture, Pat. Paint
Thursday
it.
night. Premiere of the new Star Wars film. I was supposed to go with this group of people, right? This group of nerds that I hang out with.
Was it me?
No. I was supposed to go. I think it was before I was like we ever started the podcast or anything like that.
Yeah, it was way before.
I was supposed to go with this group of people, but some stupid shit happened and we weren't able to go.
Oh my god.
Like as a group. And I didn't want to go by myself. I said, I'm not gonna go see Star Wars by myself. Not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be that nerd.
The one that has no fucking friends.
So what did I do? I went to bed pissed off. Cause I'm like, fuck. I could be watching the Star Wars movie right now.
And then you had to stay off of fucking any social media for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I wasn't okay, so this is what happened. I fall asleep. I dreamed that I went to go see the new Star Wars movie. Woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and said, fuck it. I'm just going to buy my tickets now and go. Because for the premiere of Force Awakens, they were showing it every hour on the hour.
Oh, they're doing it for this one. There was tickets at 4 a.m.
So I went to go see Star Wars 3D.
Oh, God. By yourself?
In a movie theater at 6 o'clock in the morning by myself.
No, like, meaning
No
no
one.
one in the theater.
Not a
guys.
soul.
There was
Literally,
no
one lady
in the
walked
theater.
in and was like a survey lady for the Star Wars movie and asked me questions, and then she left right when the movie started.
That's beautiful.
And
I wish that we could do that. I feel like if we could purchase all the tickets in the studio and it'd just be me, you, George, Jake, my wife, fuck Angel, in the theater and no one else, that would be That'd be a dream. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
But okay, so the
So
Star
I'm
Wars
gonna do
trailer
that
is
again.
fucking great, guys. Go watch it. We're done being nerdy. Let's fucking get into some monster talk.
You want to go in?
Oh, sorry, dude. Your news. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know what? Fuck the news.
Fuck the news. No, because there's
I'll
actually
talk
really
about
a good
some
one.
things. I'll cut it down short. I won't talk
Okay.
about the trailers or anything.
Yeah,
But
I
we
didn't
did.
watch them.
It's it's okay.
I'm so bad at my job. I'm writing a
but
fucking
we did get. I
setting
want to talk
for a
about
short.
this.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just want to talk about this real quick.
Okay.
We got official first look at the new Strangers movie.
I fucking do. Yes, I'm glad you're bringing this up.
and
I just saw it.
We now there's a photo of Dollface.
Yep.
You saw the photo?
I saw the photo.
Okay, so it's to paint you a picture.
Let me paint you a fucking picture.
The photo has a girl and she's kind of like screaming or crying on a gated fence, and right behind her is Dollface. Nothing too crazy, but
The
I
title.
mean-
I like the title. Strangers pray the night.
Pray the night. Yeah, that's like a cool subtitle for a movie I wasn't expecting to be a franchise.
What I like, my favorite type of movies when it deals with this are the ones that take place outside in the unfamiliar. And that's kind of what my short is going to be about.
Yeah,
but just more satanic and paranormal.
hell yeah.
And I'll when I finish that, I'll do it next week. I'll read you guys my setting for
Can't wait.
my fucking movie that I'm doing for
First
my
movie I'm gonna be
film
part
class.
of.
Yeah, you're in it. You George, and I got to get a female. I want to have a nice diverse cast. Actually, I don't want one lead white person in my cast. It's going to be everyone's going to be a person of color.
3 perfect people.
I know.
Because we're all brown.
Exactly. But it's going to be really cool. But I'm stoked for this. And it comes out March, some date, 2018.
Yeah. March 9th, 2018.
Can't wait to get a fucking trailer. I'm so excited for this film.
Yes.
It looks good already.
Yeah, it really does. And there's another movie I want to talk about. It's Once Upon a Time at Christmas. It's a little trailer about these. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde, but they dress up as Mrs. and Mr. Santa Claus, and they go around killing people.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's so. Is it coming out on Christmas? It better.
I hope so.
If it does not, I'll be pissed.
I didn't get a release date. I just got a trailer, but I'm pretty sure it has a release date.
Better. I'll fucking come find you.
And I want to talk about Snowman for a little bit because I'm getting a little excited
Dude,
for that
I'm
one.
getting really stoked for
I've
fucking
seen the
Michael
trailers now.
Fassbender and oh god, and a decent serial killer movie. It looks like.
It feels like David Fincher, like a horror movie.
Yeah,
You know, like it has like that Seven feel to it.
it does.
So
I've actually just put us in a competition to get free tickets in Miami. So if we win them it's on the 18th, which is next week. We're gonna go to Miami next Wednesday.
okay,
If we win,
I'm
the
down
tickets.
for that. As long as it's not this week. I am so cramped.
Me too.
I have a show on Sunday.
I have a PowerPoint discussion on HIV and AIDS due on
Jeez.
Sunday.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be awful.
But let's get in the subject.
Okay.
I'm ready for
Actually,
this.
real quick, I have show news. We will be at the Freak Show Film Festival on Saturday. That's here in Orlando. If you're local, come hang out. There's a lot of good films, a lot of good shorts. We'll be there. Come fucking talk to us, especially our fucking friends. You better be there, or we'll hit you with bologna slices.
Bologna slices.
Yeah. But that's at the Fashion Square Theater here in town in Orlando. So check them out. Freak Show Film Festival will be there. On Friday the 13th, they're actually showing a premiere of Friday the 13th Part 1 on the big screen. So that's kind of cool.
Go.
I wish you can go too, Patty. I'm going to go without you. I'll bring you in spirit.
Okay.
But with that being said, let's fucking get into some monster talk. Pat, start the fucking show.
Halloween. Starting heavy, baby.
Halloween. It was a dark and clammy night. My depends were moist. Okay.
I skipped fuck the 60s.
The
I'm
60s
going
were a
straight to
weird
s-
time. You're going straight to the 70s.
I'm a fucking fan of 70s film.
Same. It was a
love
great era
70s
for film.
I
Great
love
era.
70s horror movies. But yeah, let's start fucking heavy.
Heavy. All right.
Let's start with fucking Michael Myers, everyone.
The Phantom.
Dude,
Man, he's wherever you are. He does not leave you alone.
he is a scary motherfucker. Let me tell you. I'm looking at the date of when the movie came out real quick.
I want to say it was 1978.
Who knows?
It was definitely in the later parts of the 70s. But no, I mean, just dude, what John Carpenter did with this film was different for a lot of fucking films.
He wasn't the first slasher, but damn,
he wasn't. Earlier slasher is another one on your list.
Yeah, but god damn it, that was a big start for slashers. After that, we would not have gotten the big boom we did in the 80s.
No, and that's gonna be next week. We'll talk more about the slashers in the next week to come. But yeah, I mean, he came out. You know, Tobe Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out in 1974, and then John Carpenter's Halloween. I was about to call Michael Myers. Came out, I think, in 1978. I think that's the year it came out.
Yeah.
So
it has to be.
We're getting on the end of the 70s, and we're finally seeing a new breed of movies coming out. But what do you like about Michael Myers, man?
Dude, everything. First of all, the design of the fucking mask is genius. It's just
easy. It's a simple mask.
And it's fucking William Shatner's face. Like, it's the best fucking thing. And just because the movie was so low budget and like just like it was a student film or something something like that, but it was like just straight. Nothing shouldn't worked in that movie, and it did.
Yeah,
there's a bunch
really did. Jamie Lee Curtis, like
1978, by the way.
I was right. Hey, look at me, I do know some shit. You know, she did a phenomenal job in that movie. She was the Scream Queen idol. Mm-hmm. And just how it was filmed. I mean, and we have to talk about the music, of course.
Oh,
like,
God.
The
The best.
Like he is such a like when it comes to scoring a film, he is without a doubt master.
Yeah.
Because he just knows how to
set a mood,
and actually get you on edge.
Mm-hmm.
Like that music. When you hear that music, you're just like, oh man, shit's gonna happen.
There's
a
scene where he stabs someone in the back, but you don't really see it. But the music cues that she's like got stabbed by Michael. Like it's just like that loud screech, and it's just like it's so man. Halloween
is
such a special film for me. Like,
yeah,
it definitely, that was like the peak of everything. Like it started with that.
It really did.
When I got into
I remember
my
watching
gory like slasher films.
Yeah,
definitely was Halloween was the Kickstarter for all that for me.
That's cool. I like that.
It's a special film.
It is a special film. It's a great film too. I'm gonna kick it back a couple of years. I'm gonna go into the 60s.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 1968. I'm gonna do Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
All right. We talked about this before in our George A. Romero tribute cast, but man, it was a movie of its time.
It really was.
Black and white. You had zombies, if you'll call them that. And this was like what? This was like the first zombie-ish movie, correct? Kind of sorts.
Yeah. Kinda.
I mean, there was probably a lot of like low budget, no names out there, but I really liked how the zombies looked in Night of the Living Dead because they were just they looked very human. Like they weren't like the zombies we know today.
Yeah. Very
graphic, gory, bloody. They looked, just like normal people with some eye makeup. Who just like eating people.
Exactly.
And of course, the movie's a huge social commentary, and we won't really go into that. I just like this movie being in black and white added a more eerie element to the film, and it adds to the zombies.
Right.
I feel like the fact that when it's shot in black and white, they kind of blend in to the setting a lot more due to their makeup. But I just felt like it's a movie. It's in the 60s. The 60s was a weird time for horror.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it felt like when I was looking through like monster movies, it was shifting from like the universal monsters to, don't get me wrong, you still get those types of movies in this time frame, but they're like the more not universal, more like Hammer House type of films. But we start seeing like the cheesy sci-fi monsters where it's more comical than scary.
Yeah.
So it was good to see like, the 68s, it's the later part of the 60s. You're starting to get some good, monsters. Zombies are monsters in the sense. But we're going to talk a little bit later once you announce your other one about a huge shift in horror movies cinema verse.
Yes, and this is a perfect film to talk about that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to bring up Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 Psycho.
Yes, one of the earliest.
I think it's the first slasher.
Well, the thing is that there's this movie called Peeping Tom.
Oh.
I've never seen it, but whenever I see Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, it's always followed by the earliest slasher film.
Right.
So I always just call it this. It is the earliest slasher
To me,
film.
for what it did...
You don't even see anyone die. There's never a shot where him actually, actually see the knife going into anyone.
And I think it's a PG movie.
I mean, for the time, it was 1960.
Yeah.
So, I mean, movies were...
It's not a rating on here.
What I'm trying to think, violent movies weren't really a thing. That's why, last week's discussion, that I think it was called The Evil of Frankenstein, one of the Hammer House films.
Yeah.
It was the most violent film for the 50s. Because violence wasn't a real, you got gore, but you didn't get fucking violence.
Yeah. We didn't get that until the 60s.
Yeah.
Or 70s and
70s.
70s definitely was a...
I mean, the late 60s. As in the 60s going into the 70s, you start seeing more graphic horror movies because culture changed.
Yeah, exactly. But Psycho.
Dude, Psycho.
Another film that does benefit from the black and white aesthetic.
Exactly.
Of its time. That's where, all movies were black and white and shit like that until Wizard of Oz came out, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of them films. Actually, I'm not going to I like black and white films.
Me too. I have no problem with it. One of my favorite comedies is Clerks, and that's all black and white.
God, Clerks is so great.
It is. But, because I am Kevin Smith.
Literally, he dresses up as him as Halloween.
Every year.
On Halloween, excuse me.
Yep, and I don't speak. But it's a horror movie. It's a thriller. It's a mystery. It's psychotic.
It is.
It is a psycho movie. Norman Bates.
Is a phenomenal character.
I think he is one of the most iconic. He is up there with the Universal Monsters and all the icons of horror. You cannot discuss Michael Myers. You cannot discuss Jason, Freddy, yada, without
Norman Bates.
without the shadows of Norman Bates.
Yeah,
with them,
And this is, and I like Norman Bates.
Yeah,
and
me too.
The one thing I will not talk about ever is the remake of Psycho with fucking Vincent Vaughn.
Oh, you mean it was literally shot by shot the same movie? Just with
it was just
Vaughn.
Vincent Vaughn. It's just, don't get me wrong, guys. It's shot by shot, but Vince Vaughn, I'm sorry.
That makes me more mad than if they just changed the film.
Yeah.
Because it's you kind of want to see something different with a remake.
Yeah.
I agree. You don't want it, if it's shot by shot, then it's what's the point?
I can just go watch because the original holds up.
Yeah.
You can watch the original film and it's still good.
I watched it. I was watching it a little bit when I was painting, and it's a good movie to paint too. I've watched it so many times. I could just I hear a scene, I'm that scene.
And Psycho, I feel like Psycho will just be one of those films that is referenced through time.
Yeah.
Because Alfred Hitchcock was such an amazing person.
Thing about a score that worked for that movie, you always have the discussion when it comes to slashers. Where did that come from?
That
came from Psycho.
Will always be Psycho.
Yeah.
Shower scene.
Another iconic scene. It's just another kill scene. You can't talk about anything else.
And talk about an effective kill.
Yeah.
Scene.
You don't even see it.
You don't even see it, first off, but I'm talking about the aftermath. It's in a fucking bathtub. My dude can just wash it down.
Yep.
There's no dragging it on the carpet with blood stains, gotta get bleach and all that stuff.
My dude is smart.
Norman Bates is a smart cookie. And I did like the show adaptation.
Oh,
the show did a pretty decent job of getting on the
Bates Motel. Yeah, I loved it.
The origins of really the relationship, the sickening relationship of him and his mother. It was a really weird. He was in love with his mother.
Yeah,
and she was in love with him.
Yeah, it was kind of,
and it kind of shows you how he became who he was.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good show. I like that show.
Yeah, me too. I like Jake's comparisons of the show.
Yeah, I did too. I did like that.
I wish he was on the show. Unfortunately, he couldn't be on the show today.
Yeah, we were supposed to have our buddy Jake, but he had some family problems last minute, so he had to cancel on us. It's okay, though.
Yeah.
He'll be on here next week. We love you.
Oh, he's going to be on the 80s
I think so. I'm going to tell him he can be on this one. I think George is going to be on next week, too, so we'll have a full
we're going to
cast.
fuck shit up.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous.
I hope Angel don't show up. But
what... Angel's fired. One thing I wanted to discuss was, so in the 60s, we finally get our first slasher movie. We don't have a monster. It's not a monster from the shadows,
right?
A creature from the lagoon, or something from outer space. This is a human. This is a human conducting violence on another human,
right?
And this really follows with the times. Next week we'll get into more detail about this because there's a lot of things that go into play. But at the time, there were active serial killers in America.
Yeah,
we had the Zodiac Killer. We had John Wayne Gacy,
Charles Manson,
the Manson family murders, Ted Bundy. So we're starting to see that serial killers are being popularized. There's a term for it. Can't remember it.
Right.
And also in this time frame. Because in the 50s, the last week's era of horror, not a lot of people had televisions in their house. Television was a big thing.
Right. People were still listening to the radio.
Exactly. So the news wasn't so, there as readily available as it was in the 60s. Because in 1962, 90% of Americans had a TV in their household.
Holy shit.
Versus 55% in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting to see this shift of like monsters becoming humans.
Right.
Versus the creature from the abyss.
Right. But I think that reflects on, see, the thing with horror movies, it always reflects on society.
Of course.
Always. Because that's what whatever happens in society, politics or whatever, that's what your influence is.
Yep.
So when it came to the 60s and they were capitalizing on these murder cases and like all these murders were getting more famous than the people that were catching them, you started seeing that in horror movies.
Yep.
So you have movies like
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. He's heavily, like we talked about that in our a couple episodes ago, he's heavily based off Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to know who Michael Myers is really based off of. What if in because he is a serial killer in a sense. I would like to know how John Carpenter based his character off of, like what aspects he pulled from it.
William Shatner. What if William Shatner just killed
181?
Everyone?
You know what I mean though? Like
yeah, like and that was the thing. Like that's what was the cool thing about the 60s, and then what the 60s started was, you started seeing that it wasn't just a monster. It could be your
next door neighbor. Like that was so it was like terror in your home. It could be your home neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, not in the way of like propaganda or anything like that. It was just telling good stories.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's more scarier than something that's the same species as you can do,
Exactly. So I thought that was a cool like twist that we start seeing in horror because, like we said, horror always commentates society. And I don't know what that was.
Oh man,
it's still recording though.
Okay,
it's okay. We had a little weird bloopy bloop on the screen, but I said okay. Bloop. I just feel like I lost my train of thought. Where was I?
Goddamn bloopy bloop.
Goddamn the bloopy bloop.
It came back up.
It came back up.
Black up.
It's fine. It's just disk space. It's fine. It's
not
a big deal.
Back
to the show. You start seeing like weird things happen in the 60s. So you start seeing monsters in the sci-fi, but they're so goofy. Like Godzilla versus this and Godzilla or Mothra.
Oh yeah, you can't. Like there was a big camp thing that was going on in the 60s.
Oh yeah, and they were just god awful monsters. They were so bad. But one thing I've liked and I've watched. It was like a cult film horror, the Astro Zombies from 1968. Mm-hmm. Just a ridiculous fucking movie.
It is really ridiculous.
Like, you watch it. It's on YouTube, guys. Like you can just go on YouTube and watch the full fucking movie. What is it about? Well, the plan to build a superhuman. How? Typical
How?
60s fucking plot. How? By murdering innocent convenient victims and using various bits of them. The result? Creatures on the rampage. It's just it's the most perfect fucking description ever.
Yeah.
What I did like about the Astro Zombies, though, is though it is a raunchy fucking comedy, like comical horror movie, the Astro Zombies themselves look terrifying. Like, if you look at pictures of them, they do look like aliens. The first fucking scene is of a lady driving her car, and she goes to her house, and she parks in the garage, and there's just a motherfucker waiting for her, and he just axes her to death. Like, this movie had no chill. First 5 minutes, we're killing someone, setting the tone for the film. You're getting killed by weird creatures of the night. The makeup was cool. The blood was fun. I love that type of shit in movies, of course.
Yeah.
And I honestly
That's your bread and butter.
Yeah. Unbearable, bloody horror. I just love... If we could make horror movie posters like they used to, I'd be so happy. Because they were just so great. They're very colorful. Almost looks like Jason there in this one. Before Jason was even thought of. Believe it or not, I want to say this movie has a pretty good rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Or not. Let's see. The internet is being slow. And survey says 19% audience score. Hasn't been rated on Rotten Tomatoes yet because it's too old. It's too old, man.
What?
It's too old. It's not on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I just fucked up Patrick. It's great. Oh, man, that was funny. I'm sorry, Pat.
It's okay.
Okay, so we're back.
Yes.
We're back.
Fuck the new studio.
The new studio. I'm not going to tell you what happened. I'll make a fucking Instagram story about what happened.
So it's not a Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, it is, but it has no fucking Rotten Tomato score.
Is that old?
It's that. I mean, it's just no one wants to watch it.
True.
I was trying to get some weird, obscure shit that maybe people have listened to.
Mm.
For those of you who don't know, the Misfits had a song called The Astro Zombies.
Hey.
I don't know if it has any resemblance to the fucking film at all.
Probably.
But I just... What are you over there doing?
Stop.
Okay. Pat, what's your next movie, man? Let's just... This is awkward right now, and I just can't fucking handle this.
I can't.
God damn it, I hate technology.
1973, The Exorcist.
Oh, god damn it, Reagan.
Fucking, it's a scary fucking movie. It's long as fuck, too. It is.
But it's a decent long movie.
It is decent.
Sorry, I was drinking.
It's worth the 2 hours and 2 minutes.
That movie, I just, last week in my motion picture genre class, we're just discussing supernatural horror.
Right.
We actually talked about that movie in class.
Hell yeah.
And how the practical effects were above its time.
Oh, definitely.
And in the story, dude, that fucking film is creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Pea soup.
Pea soup. Oh man, I love watching the making of that movie.
Yeah, and they didn't do much to Reagan.
No.
They added some contacts, and I think all the scratches were something she did.
Yeah.
Like, I think she wanted those added. She said it just made more sense.
Right.
But
looks scary.
Iconic.
Yeah, very
she
iconic.
will always be remembered as the creepiest motherfucker to live.
Yeah, that was a creep. That's so scary. Like just the image. Like if you just like have an image of Reagan as the like demon.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. Because I remember I used to see it all the time as a child, like pictures of it in my brother's room, I think, or something like that. Somewhere in my house, there was pictures.
The poster was so creepy. Like,
yeah,
just the man standing with his
iconic,
briefcase,
in the green room.
The silhouette of the house, the shining light on him.
Another soundtrack, like quality film. They really cared back in the day about their music.
They really did, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every fucking film had a good fucking score.
Yeah,
like, and for good reason. Music adds to the fucking movie.
It does. You don't talk about that like with any other newer movies. I mean, Insidious has kind of a sound, which is kind of cool.
No, Insidious really has a good soundtrack.
But the thing is like the screeching of the violins is like it's so overdone.
Yes.
Like I hope John Carpenter kills it with this new Halloween, man.
Oh, of course he is. You know who I would love to see score a horror film?
Who?
What's the composer for Star Wars? Jurassic Park. Oh my fucking god.
I don't know.
John something.
I'm not in the
Magoo.
nerdiest mood right now.
Hold on, man. I'll fucking. You just keep talking about your film.
So The Exorcist. No. See, when I was a child, I saw
John Williams.
John Williams. You want to see him score a horror movie?
Dude, he would be fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
Name one movie where his music is bad.
I can't.
You can't. Harry Potter, fan-fucking-tastic. Jurassic Park, amazing. Fucking.
He's the man.
Star Wars, phenomenal. So, like, imagine him composing a horror soundtrack for a film. It'd be different.
It would be different. Have you watched any of the TV series of the new Exorcist?
I have not. Is it good?
I haven't watched it either.
I've
heard mixed reviews from so many
TV,
so many different people.
So I expect bad things.
Yeah, but you can't really say that nowadays.
You can't. And I'm going to tell you right now.
Because television's a weird era right now.
If you're out there in this world and you actually listen to us, and if you watch the Exorcist TV show, tell us how it is. Because me and Pat are like the worst when it comes to watching stuff sometimes. Because
I watch movies.
Unfortunately, we do have lives outside of the podcast.
I wish it wasn't that way.
I wish I could do this forever.
Yeah, me too.
I
wish this was
I
my
do
want
to watch it because it does. It looks good. It looked good when I watched the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I just usually fall out of TV shows because I don't have cable, so I have to watch it through other means like Hulu and shit like that. But
I just haven't watched it because I didn't care.
That's my second point. I don't care. So you're never gonna beat The Exorcist.
I haven't seen any good Exorcist movies since
Exorcist.
And
even Exorcist 2 and 3. No, was 3 good? 2 wasn't good.
2 wasn't good. 3 was good.
3 was good. 1 and 3. It's funny how the second one never.
The second one sucked ass.
But
I hope I'm talking about the right film. I don't know.
I think the second.
It's the third one.
Okay, good.
I know that for sure. But
okay.
Ever since then, like.
The exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah, we had
the exorcism of Patrick Gilby. The exorcism of my nose. Everywhere. And
that was such a weird era.
And they're all the same movie.
That was like what? Throughout like 2004 to
2000s.
Now.
Yeah.
We're still getting those fucking movies.
We're still making fucking Exorcist movies. And it's just like, there's only been one series that's ever done it right. And that's The Exorcist.
Yeah.
You can't fucking beat it. I'm sorry. The only one I did like was The Exorcism of Who the Fuck Cares, where the guy goes to the house and it shows him staging the room to fake it.
Oh, that's
is it Emily Rose?
No, that's The Last Exorcism.
The Last Exorcism. That was cool, and it had a weird fucking ending. The whole throwing the fetus in the fire and shit for the birth of Satan.
I don't remember that.
When a movie goes satanic, you got me on fucking board.
I didn't like that one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I enjoyed it.
I haven't liked any of them, to be quite honest. I don't care about possession films, to be quite honest, because there's so many of them now.
Deliver Us
from Evil.
That was fucking good.
No, it wasn't.
We're not talking about it. Fuck you, Pat, with your stupid face. Fuck, he never likes anything. We just had an hour-long discussion about the new Blade Runner movie. But anyways, so
because I liked it and you didn't.
I fucking hated it. Anyways, back on schedule.
I don't know, man. They don't make this 70s films like they used to anymore.
They don't. And you want to know which one trumps them all? Motherfucker that changed science fiction completely?
Go ahead.
1979, Ridley Scott, fucking Alien! Yeah, that was perfect. We didn't even plan that.
I was going to put that on my list, but
I was too. I mean, like, that was just going to be in general. We had to talk about it because
of course.
That was the turn of the fucking decade. Like, weird shit. A really, like, back to a monster now.
But still, like, what moved that movie was the humans.
Oh, no, of course. Human
reactions
and shit like that. But
and
the xenomorph was a perfect monster creation. Like, we'll step away from the humans because, they do their own thing. But when we talk about the monster, like the xenomorph, like, what a perfect fucking creature.
I think that's what made that movie stick out too, is because it was a sci-fi horror film, and we weren't seeing a lot of those lately.
Yeah, because sci-fi horror were movies like The Astro Zombies, Godzilla. There was decent ones in the 70s. I just really can't name off. I'm not gonna list every fucking movie ever made in the 70s. I'm sorry if you're wanting that. But I feel like when it came to the 70s, 70s were the gold for me, a golden age
for horror.
Part 2 for horror, because the classics are the Untouchables. But I feel like the 70s was like this like renaissance of horror, like with the new age. We're learning like things can be violent, people can get stabbed on camera, people can be ripped apart. And shit like that. So, like, it was, like, chainsawed to fucking death. You know what I mean? Like, shit like... we're finally moving from,
and we finally got, like, we were getting, like, violent villains, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't a discussion about, like, kind of, like, Halloween does it best. It's, like, it doesn't humorize, like, any of the killers.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about Michael is, like, it's just, like, you look at his eyes and it's, like, pure evil. And it's, like...
He had the blackest eyes.
Yeah, I love that.
The devil's eyes.
I fucking love
it's
that.
It's a great
scene.
Fucking line.
Yeah, and it's like
it's such a good.
It's a good way to like. That's your description for a monster.
Yeah, and like every band from like the mid 2000s used that fucking audio clip before they did like some ridiculous breakdown. He had the blackest eyes, and it was just like, boom, dun dun, dun 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 dun. You're just like, what the fuck?
Oh, fuck shit up.
Yeah, exactly. That just got weird.
70s, man.
70s were a great
60s.
time. 70s, 60s, and I can't wait for next week. Ooh, buddy. But like I said, Alien really changed how sci-fi was going to be constructed to come, because it was unlike anything that was out there before. And like I said, the creation, you know, the slimy skin, the very elongated head, and the tail, and the inner mouth.
I feel like the movies that we mentioned have like the best. Like if you're into like movie making and stuff like that, if you watch like the making of documentaries, these like all the movies that we mentioned, we didn't even mention Jaws.
Yeah, Jaws is another fucking one.
Oh my god,
Steven Spielberg fucking destroys.
That's like what 1970. I'm gonna say 73.
I'll check.
If I'm right, I'm gonna fucking jerk myself off.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay. Can I watch?
No.
Oh. So, Jaws. What did you say again? 1973. Yeah, you're fucking 2 years off. 1975.
Fuck. Guess I ain't jerking off tonight.
There's a lot of good movies that we didn't cover that are monstrous in their own sense.
Yeah.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh my god, I forgot. The Hills Have Eyes.
A fucked up movie.
Yeah. That was. I like the remake too.
I did too.
I didn't like the second part though.
No, the second part was definitely not needed. That was trying to make some money.
Yeah.
But the remake was a decent remake.
But the original, loved that one.
Yes.
That's untouchable.
Whatever. This.
But yeah, like if you watch any of the making ofs of these movies, like they're all have interesting stories, especially like with The Exorcist. There's a bunch of like weird shit happened during the filming of that movie.
Burned down. People died after making the film.
I think it was like the director went to his hotel and he found his dog like pinned to the ground.
Yeah,
some shit like that.
I haven't heard that shit.
And I think his dog actually died.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't kill dogs.
Sorry, that's life.
I guess, but fuck.
But
I don't
yeah,
like
like
it.
the better of the horror movies is the stories behind the scenes, behind the camera,
how they created, how they shot. That's why I really enjoyed when we went and saw 31. He did that Q&A and they had that like documentary type thing at the end, the making of, which was really cool because I enjoy that aspect of the art, because movies are art, good or bad. They are an art form.
And it's always an interesting story of like how was it made, because you want to see like how scenes were shot and like stuff like that, especially when it comes to the movies that we mentioned.
Yeah, I would love to watch making, like, there should be a series called Making Monsters. There is one on Travel Channel and it comes out around the season, but they make like props and shit.
Yeah.
But like actually like going into detail on, iconic movies.
Like making iconic movie monsters?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
But like not like
But like how they
like
did
a
it.
series. So like it would be like
But how the filmmakers made the monster.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't have behind the scenes.
It's like a cooking show, but your formula is
your monsters.
Monsters.
Fucking
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Did we just
Let's do that.
All right, let's do it.
Let's hire people.
If you know anyone that's looking to be on a monster cooking show where we cook monsters up in our laboratory, let us know.
Not in this shitty studio though.
Nah.
I hate the studio now.
It's okay. We fixed the problem. We know what to do now, baby boy. It's okay.
Yeah. God.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, man?
Is there anything? I'm drawing a blank on the movies.
I am too. It's late.
Jaws was fucking dope.
Jaws was fucking phenomenal. Extras was phenomenal. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But I just like how we get the shift, because we in this time frame we're in the middle. We got some monsters, we got Jaws, we got zombies, but then we're getting like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We're getting even the extras. She is human. She's just possessed.
Yeah.
And then we get, Michael Myers. Like, we're getting this weird blend in the 70s of monsters and humans. And then we're going to shift next week to mainly just humans. Because the 80s is though the 1960 was the earliest,
But we still dealt with like supernatural stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
like in
we
the
still
60s
had monsters.
when we got like 13 Ghosts and...
We didn't even fucking talk about that one.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really much to say about that movie.
The remake is a lot.
I like the remake,
I like the remake better.
Yeah. But like, I mean, the 60s was just commenting on like...
a lot of things going on in the world.
Yeah, and plus you still had you had Star Trek playing, so it was kind of a little campy stuff around.
That's
too.
what people liked.
Yeah. But you have like a lot of the directors that we mentioned today was really good too. Like again, Alfred Hitchcock. Rare Window, that was a good movie. I think that came out around the 60s. You still haven't seen it?
No.
I mentioned it's like one of my favorites.
It's your movie. It's like your fucking go-to.
It is my go-to.
Suspiria is around that time frame.
Yes.
That's another
Oh
good
my God,
fucking
Suspiria.
film. We didn't get... The thing is like...
Birds.
I
love that movie.
The fucking monsters. Things are weird. And we like...
60s was very weird, and they commented
It was a very weird time.
They definitely
in the 60s.
capitalized on that.
And...
70s, we had Grindhouse films.
We did have Grindhouse films. Gore as fuck.
Yeah.
Gory, bloody. What movie? There was a movie. Oh, fuck. One of the movies I was going to talk about. It's called Bloodthirst.
Oh,
it was
yes.
a 1971.
Mm-hmm.
What's the fucking country it's from? The Philippines.
Yeah.
And it was othered by another name. There's two other names for this movie. But I was starting to watch it, and dude, it is just ridiculous.
Isn't Cannibal Holocaust from the 70s?
I can't tell you right now off the top of my head.
I think it is too.
It probably is. The thing is, when you Google horror movies of the 70s, of course it's not going to show you everything.
Yeah.
It's just going to show you like the top 70 hits. Hits from the 70s, excuse me. That's better phrased. But Bloodthirst was cool because it's like a vampire movie almost. And the character just looks like... He looks like a wad of gum. Like his mask is a wad of gum that's been molded around and stuff.
Like the Blob?
Yeah.
That's another one.
It
could go. We
can go for... The thing is you all know the monsters.
You want to hear us go deep in it? Come to Spooky Empire.
Come to Spooky Empire.
We'll be there talking.
Fuck, we didn't even plug that.
Yeah.
I guess we'll end our discussion on monsters, and we'll talk about some other cool things that's going on. So, as Patrick just said, if you are wanting to go into a more detailed discussion about monsters, not just monsters, everything in the horror universe, we are hosting a panel at Spooky Empire on Saturday, October 28th at 4 p.m., and it is called Horror, Then and Now, a discussion for fans. Initially, it's just fan talk, man. We're just hanging out. We want to kind of get into the live panel scene, and just kind of test the waters on that.
Yeah,
and
see if we can do it.
We're gonna put up vintage horror against modern horror, and we're gonna talk about practical effects and CGI. We're going to talk about originality and creativity versus today. There's a lot of other things I brought on the list. So if you have movies that you want us to discuss during the panel, let us know. It is an open forum. Your voice will be heard, if you come to the panel, like I said, this is a discussion for fans. We're not trying to hog the mic.
No.
Obviously, we want to hear what you guys have to say, but come join us and have fun with us. We got stickers we can give you. I'll give you a nice crisp high five.
I'll give you a kiss on the forehead.
If you want a kiss on the forehead by Patrick, he'll give you one. But come and hang it out because it's a lot of fun, and it's like the only fucking horror-themed convention in Florida.
Yeah.
So you got nothing else to do. It's the weekend before Halloween.
Come on.
Fucking hang out with us. Damn. We're cool guys. We're not too weird.
I don't think we are.
All right. What else is going on?
Did you catch up with American Horror Story?
No. What's going on in the show, though?
You're crazy.
This is
episode 6.
Episode 6 this week with Mike and Pat on American Horror Story. They edited it out.
Yeah,
some
so
scenes. I know that.
Yeah, because the beginning scene is there's a
mass shooting, and they were just like, we just had a huge the largest mass shooting in America. Probably not okay to play this right now.
Yeah, but I mean, when I watched the episode, it still showed it.
Did it really?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the re-edited
American Horror Story.
I don't know what the re-edited part looks like.
Yeah, American Horror Story is not the greatest when it comes to some things. So they probably wrote that, and everyone was probably like, "Oh shit, that was." But then again, how do you edit?
Yeah,
an episode the week before.
And the thing is like it plays a big. Obviously, it plays a big part in the story.
Yeah, I would imagine.
This episode is a lot more answers than questions.
Oh, okay.
We're getting to figure out like something happened last week with the character, and we're starting to figure out like there's still strings being pulled by Kai in that situation.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's getting.
He's become a significant figure. Okay.
I wish you would just fucking catch up, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm busy. I can't.
Okay.
What else is
Any horror movies coming out soon? We got to see.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of good fucking shit coming out on Friday the 13th.
Fuck.
Mindhunters is coming out. I might go stoked for this.
I might go see it tomorrow. I might be going to Halloween Horror Nights, or I might go see it tomorrow. But happy Death Day.
Yeah, I wasn't excited for that movie, but I might go see it.
I'm intrigued by the concept because it's taking Groundhog's Day and bringing that to a horror movie, which we haven't really seen ever.
I guess.
So that's kind of a cool thing, but it looks like a generic slasher stupid movie.
Yeah, it looks like it's just.
So I feel like it's mostly folks like it's mostly counted on its interesting concept to get the seats.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
But again, it's a generic horror slasher movie, so you're gonna get people sitting and watching anyways.
Yeah.
Take out your dates and shit like that.
Yeah, do that.
Jigsaw.
But there's a show coming out Friday the 13th on Netflix called Mindhunters, and I watched the trailer for this, and I'm fucking excited.
What's it about?
So it's about the behavioral analysis unit of the FBI.
Okay.
Which will be in next week's discussion.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah, I can't wait. And it's them interviewing serial killers, and it's going into why. Why did they do it? So it's not like a show we've had before.
Right.
We've never had a show like we've had Criminal Minds. They just they catch serial killers. This is like they're interviewing these people in prison.
Right.
And they're trying to get behind. I think it's going to focus a lot on the nature versus nurture aspect of it. Are serial killers bred or are serial killers birthed?
Right.
Are they, or is it a mix of both? And I believe it's both. The way you're nurtured and the nature you live in definitely depicts the kind of person you're going to become later in life.
Yeah. I mean, Angel's a bit psychotic.
Yeah.
We know.
And a lot of things. The thing about a lot of serial killers is they are born this way as well because if they don't have empathy for humans, there's not much you can do there.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care if you live or die.
Yeah.
And that's another movie that's coming out soon. My Friend Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's right.
And that looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
Finally, we're getting a decent movie about a real life serial killer because they're usually trash.
Yeah. You ever watch the Jeffrey Dahmer movies?
Yeah, they're awful.
They're all bad.
They're so bad. This movie looks fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this one.
There's probably going to be some animal killing scenes in this movie because that's another fucking tall tale sign if your kid's a fuck up.
If he kills an animal.
If he's starting to kill it, not a fuck up, but I mean just unfortunately not born with the correct synapse firing of neurotransmitters.
I blame the schools.
blame genes. But no,
I blame
I'm just
Jesus.
gonna forewarn you. Like if you're trying to watch this film, it's an independent film, so they can do whatever they fucking want.
Yeah.
In that sense, but it's a serial killer, guys. There's gonna be dead animals. That's the thing they do. That's how usually they start, is killing animals. So just beware. Be wary there. You may see him kill an animal. I know it's in the
fact
trailer.
that we have more sympathy for animals but we can see humans die.
Oh yeah,
all day.
Don't fucking. That's why I'm talking about. You kill one porg in Star Wars Episode not 8, and I will burn this motherfucker to the ground.
Yeah, we see Carrie Fisher fucking biting the dust on this one.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awful.
Oh my god. But yeah, like
there's a lot of good movies. There's some other shit coming on Friday. A lot of things are doing Friday the 13th hits.
I'm so
this year.
busy that fucking day.
Of course, sure. You have to work.
I have to work, and then I'm going to this.
I work in the morning.
I'm going to a magazine launch. My friends, they did this.
Tell me
they're
about
doing
that.
this magazine. It's called Other.
Other.
Yeah,
That's a cool name.
They shot for this magazine, and like they're getting it released. They got T-shirts and all that good jazz.
Oh, cool.
I think they got sold out of tickets. It costs $15, I think, but you get like a copy of the magazine and like a goodie bag.
That's cool. I always like to support because I like zines or zines, whatever the fucking way you pronounce. Is that kind of what it is or no?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's kind of like a. It's kind of like they're taking pictures and they kind of like have like an essay about it and stuff like that. It's like a magazine.
I got you.
It's like an art magazine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's actually cool. So if you're into art, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and they're taking submissions. I may or may not be on next issue.
You better be.
I'm talking to them right now.
Good.
I have a show.
You have a show this Sunday.
I'm a busy boy.
You are busy, pippity pat pat.
I should be painting right now.
You should,
because I am cutting the last fucking minute with this show.
But do some splatter paint and call it a day.
No, I ain't doing that shit.
Just kidding. But no, I mean, like, guys, there's a lot of cool things. It's the spookiest time of the year, so of course every horror movie is gonna go out.
Yeah.
Real fucking cool thing that may be in play here soon. So we did do our interview with Screamageddon a couple episodes ago. That was last month, I think.
Yeah.
But I was talking to him today. I sent him a nice little care package, which I'll post a picture on our Instagram for everyone because it was quite funny. But I started talking to John again, and we may be doing an audio recording of you and I going into their houses on their blackout nights.
So it's
which
straight
essentially
audio?
It's going to be audio of
Sounds
us.
Fucking awful.
Just me. I don't know if it's going to be like one-on-one or we're going to go in together yet. I haven't figured that out. But essentially what happens, guys, is I don't know how big they are square foot wise. They're fucking massive. It's probably like maybe 2 to 3 Halloween Horror Nights haunts put together. Like they're huge. So it's you, the lights are off, all their scare actors.
Okay.
It's terrifying. So it's going to get scary.
Can't wait.
I can't wait to die.
So we're just going to do an audio?
Yeah, I'm probably bring some like digital recorders. We'll just like hold them.
We're just going to post us screaming like little girls.
Yeah. It's going to be like an exclusive episode probably in this month. Hopefully we can. It's in November, so it'll be like a November exclusive.
Okay.
It's just going to be you and I screaming like little girls. Or little boys, whatever. I don't give a fuck. What else? I don't think that's it. I think that's it.
We're done.
We had a fuck up in the studio again, and we apologize for last week if the episode wasn't high quality standard. We were in a new studio, new program. Things were really fucking weird.
More money, more problems, I say.
Yeah. But this week, it should be fine, I promise. But guys, as usual, please subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. It'd be nice. Leave us a review if you want to. Tell us you hate us. Tell us you love us. We don't care. Shoot us over an email at horrorjunkiesfl@gmail.com. Me and Patrick will talk to you if you want to have a little conversation about weird things. We don't care. Talk to us about anything.
It's mostly going to be Mike. I'm letting you know.
It probably will be me. And also make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at horrorjunkiesfl to keep up with all the stupid shit we do, because we post a lot on there now.
Yeah.
So it's quite funny to watch our stories sometimes. I laugh at them.
Oh, yeah, me too. They're funny.
And also
we're a bunch of goofballs.
We're 2 peas and a bologna sandwich. And as usual, guys, make sure you head over to Downright Creepy to check out all your horror news and all that cool stuff because they got some fun stuff over there.
Yes.
Also, Rotten Reynolds. He just found a bunch of Halloween episodes. No, Rotten Rentals.
Sorry.
I didn't pronunciate my T's.
Ryan
Rotten
Reynolds.
Rentals. He just found like a couple of his exclusive numbered Halloween 3 Season of the Witch VHS packs, and the one's black and white.
Oh, shit.
So check that out.
That's
he does
cool.
a lot of cool shit. But I think that's it, guys. I'm Mike.
I'm Pat.
He's Pat.
I'm
He's finally
back.
fucking Patrick. But as usual, guys, stay weird.